and welcome to Game 3 of Winners Bracket Saturday and the final game of the 2022 High School 912 Preseason Baseball Classic benefiting walk-off charities. Hi, everybody. Terry Norvell along with Trent and Torsia, and we are under the lights to wrap this thing up. The Bartram Trail Bears warming up. They are the home team, and they are set to take care and take on First Coast. We had a good one in the afternoon earlier today. The second game of 3 was a high-scoring affair. Ponte Vedra and Bishop Snyder locked up in a 9-8 final, and it had a little bit of everything. Early on, it was Bishop Snyder. Most of the game, Bishop Snyder held the lead, Trent, basically the entire game until the final run was scored, and we'll see in a moment that gave Ponte Vedra the win.
And it was the last play of the game, and another walk-off for the walk-off charities. But, you know, we talked to Ponte Vedra's coach after the game, and they showed a lot of grit and determination, and there was no quit in that club at all.
Not at all. You saw Hartman a moment ago with a big hit with a couple of innings left. He came up late in the ball game with the bases loaded and didn't hit it hard right here, but in the right spot. Not a whole lot Bishop Snyder could do, and the ninth and winning run across the plate, and that is how it ended. A walk-off 6-inning affair between two really good baseball teams, and it was a pleasure to call. First Coast, the Buccaneers come into tonight's game. They're the visitors. Trent, 21-5 a year ago. They're playing pretty good baseball over there on the north side, but they got a tall order tonight.
Well, they sure do. These coaches know each other very well. They coach together in the summertime, but you know, Bartram's expected to be a little bit of a juggernaut this year in these full ranks.
First Coast has a big-time player, catcher Hunter Carnes. Trent's big average right there. I mean, that is a gaudy average, runs a little bit. He's going to pace his team tonight.
Yeah, I mean, 453 last year, leader of the club. He's a catcher, which catchers are, have a tendency to be born leaders as well. I mean, I'd look for him to try to carry the load tonight.
He has verbaled to Florida State. Speaking of players that have verbaled and or committed to sign, Bartram Trail's got a lot of guys that will play college baseball next year. They had a heck of a team last season, 22-6. A lot of them come back, and they are loaded with a number of players that could have been highlighted. We're going with second baseman Justin Nadeau, and another gaudy average here for Nadeau, and he runs a little bit, as you can see, by 24 bags a year ago.
Yeah, and he's got some sneaky pop too, so watch out. That 3 home runs last year, but it's another year, a little bigger, a little stronger, and he's aggressive on the base pass as well.
So that is what we have facing us under the lights at Sans Souci Baseball Park, and it should be a good one. The barbecue's out. That is a great scene, as they have had a good time, the neighbors here in the Sans Souci area. Hang tight. Coming up next, starting lineups, and we are playing baseball under the lights, the high school variety. Stay with us here on CW17.
Why is just a starting line, for the true self blooms only when we find our purpose. What makes us tick below the surface. Our reason why is united, undivided, seeking understanding. My why is diversity and unity, a safe space in my community. It's a million faces in a mirror, and everyone belongs. Find your why for a better us.
Not about how much you miss Mark and Freddie T. It's not about the refs blowing a call on the field.
It's not even about Super Bowls.
At the end of the day, when you're at the stadium,
Or at home.
Or at your local barbecue joint.
What it really comes down to,
We love this game. We love that.
And I invite you to settle in for a Saturday night high school baseball game that should be pretty entertaining. Terry Norvell here, along with my broadcast partner, Trent and Torsia. We're ready for first pitch. Bartram Trail, the home team, set to take on First Coast. And let's take a look at the Buccaneers starting lineup. We highlighted Carnes a moment ago, the catcher. Fontaine, Callaway, Sherling, Chapman, Howard, Morgan, Edwards, and Nazario. That is your Bono's Pit Barbecue starting lineup for the Buccaneers of First Coast High School, and they've got a they need to come out swinging. They're going to face some good arms, including Trent, this guy right here, Sanford, who runs it up there pretty good.
He's 90-94, and so that means he's sitting, big number. He's only a sophomore, and he's on his way to, if things continue, he's on his way to Florida State. He's a Florida State commit. Big, tall, lanky pitcher with a live arm.
And you're thinking, you know what? Preseason game number 2, regular season hasn't opened up. You're under the lights, and this guy may run it up there about 90, 94 under the lights early in the season. So we'll see. Should be a good one. 2 pretty good baseball teams. Bartram Trail in the white, the home team, and First Coast leading things off. They are the visitors as Carnes hacks at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. Good sign.
That is a good sign. Kind of a get-me-ahead fastball maybe, and you got to come out swinging. This guy's going to be around the zone. I'd just be aggressive early in the count.
Carnes, Fontaine, and Callaway, your first 3 scheduled for the Buccaneers of First Coast. Sanford winds. Heater misses low and away.
Imagine we'll see a lot of heaters tonight.
What's he go, 6'3", 6'2", 6'3"?
6'3".
Long, lanky right-hander with a live arm. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, catches the outside corner. If he throws that all night, good night, Irene.
Good night. You're right.
Woo! On top of a 92, 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
A lot of depth to that breaking ball right there.
Carnes behind in the count, 1-2. The wind, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down. The strikeout variety. There's the Powering America defensive lineup for the Bartram Trail Bears. Man, DeLavalure and Kendall patrolling the outfield. Myers, Modise, Nadeau, Pinky around the infield. Saliba behind home plate. And Big Sanford, as we highlighted a moment ago, throwing on the mound for Bartram Trail. And that's a good miss.
Pretty good pitch right there.
Pretty good pitch there. Oh. Dylan Fontaine steps in. Senior center fielder. I don't love the numbers on the back of Bartram Trail, though, from a old man broadcasting standpoint.
It's kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, we could fill that in and make me happy with these old eyes.
We got some help, though.
That got inside a little bit there. Little heat. Hey, I want that inside part of the plate, Mr. At-Bat. 2-0 swings and misses through a fastball.
Little arm side run there. It's good to see from a hard-throwing right-hander. And that's hard enough as it is, right? And then
Sure.
you got the ball tailing away from a lefty.
Trent,
Obviously
you're
in on a righty.
Long-time pitcher. Arm side run, natural and grip of the baseball. Kind of a couple ways to do it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I mean, your typical left-hander is going to have arm
run
side
anyway,
run.
yeah.
Just the way the earth rotates, I guess. But for a right-hander to have it, you've got to kind of manufacture it a little bit. But if you take a look at his arm slot, it is down a little bit, so it's going to have an impact on the run.
1 out very early here. Bartram Trail taking on First Coast.
It's funny when you talk to kids, you go, you throw a fastball, and they go, I throw a 2-seam and a 4-seam. Well, they're both fastballs, but obviously the 2-seam has the tendency to move more than the 4-seam does.
Gotcha. Full count here as Sanford winds and delivers. Hard hit ball right at the shortstop. Modise makes the play over in time. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring us to Callaway in the batting order for First Coast. Had a good visit before the game as we take a look at the ground ball back to the shortstop. And again, high school baseball, give up 3 outs. Don't start giving 4 and 5 outs, and you're going to go a long way.
Just can't do it.
Yeah, going to go a long way. But had a nice conversation. Stephen Barnes, the head guy, the skipper at First Coast, and then Ryan Fitzpatrick, 2 pretty good baseball guys. I know you know both of them, I believe.
Yeah, they know each other very well, and they coach together and against each other for a long time now. 2 strong programs that had really good years last year and high expectations this year.
Callaway steps in.
Hard to lay off that pitch, isn't it?
That is tough. I
Call
tell you,
that high heat.
I hate to do the comparisons, but this guy reminds me of a young Jack McDowell.
Oh,
the guy on the hill. And,
I love
and
the
name.
reference.
How about the name? Sanford. Not Stanford, but Jack McDowell. Doesn't he have the build of the young Jack McDowell?
Old Black Jack McDowell.
Oh, my
What a
goodness,
great
was he
reference.
good. Mark Marquist and the guys at Stanford. You guys might have battled them a few times. You old Mississippi State Bulldog, you.
Yeah, the UCLA.
Ooh.
These West Coast teams kind of sleep. Cal State Fullerton. Really good baseball on the West Coast. Kind of gets overlooked, you know, because they are through 3 hours behind us in the East here.
Third crew that has worked today: Bill Rimley behind the plate, Steve Samarco, and Kevin Exler. And remember, we mentioned game 2, I believe it was, the 3 crews that came out volunteering their time to do it, and we appreciate that. Quick half inning in the books as that big right-hander looks impressive for Bartram Trail. 3 up, 3 down. The Bears come to bat. We're just getting started under the lights at San Souci Ballpark.
What makes us unique is just service. We control as many variables as we can. We do all of our own decorating, we do trophies, we do banners, and now we create our own uniforms in this building with this new sublimation process that we have. Just the last 21 years just have been incredible at how the business has evolved.
Probably the most important question that you can ask as a homeowner to any contractor is, are you licensed and are you insured? A non-licensed roofer may simply be underskilled, but a non-insured roofer may potentially place liability over your head if something goes wrong.
What a beautiful evening. It has been an absolute gorgeous day of baseball here at San Souci Ballpark. Trenton Torches along. I'm Terry Norvell. We've got the final ball game. We've got 7A Bartram Trail coming to bat. Bottom of the first taking on 6A First Coast. And that was an impressive outing by the big man on the mound for Bartram Trail. Let's take a look at their starting lineup here. The Powering America starting lineup. Nadeau, Delamalore, Mann, Lodice, Myers, Kendall, Pankey, Wood, and Saliba will be your batting order for Bartram Trail. A powerful baseball program over the years. And this guy, this freshman pitcher here, or sophomore I should say, Braden McNamee, is charged with keeping a powerful lineup, at least early in this game, under wraps a little bit, Trent.
No question about it. You got to, you can't pick away here, and you certainly can't give the free passes. But I wouldn't give in a whole lot either. So I know I'm contradicting myself, but tall task ahead of him.
Yeah, definitely.
He's on our all good hair team too, by the way.
No doubt, and he's ready to go. Full wind and the pitch. Missing low in the dirt. Good night crowd here. We've had a nice attendance all 3 games today.
I thought so. Well, today was absolutely
why would you
gorgeous.
not get out of the house today? My goodness. One fouled away down the third baseline. So high school baseball season, Trent, gets underway next week. I mean, you could technically play on Monday. A few teams play on Monday. Most teams playing on Tuesday, and it's go time. The race to Fort Myers is on.
It is.
The race to Fort Myers is on.
It's a little bit different this year than the district championships. It's kind of a full body of work, you know, based on strength of schedule and all sorts of things.
Ball hit hard out to left field, and playing deep was a good idea as Chapman really didn't move far. Ball was hit pretty well opposite field.
That was a good piece of hitting right there. Pitches away, you go with away. It was a nice piece of hitting, and they had him positioned perfectly.
Chapman made the play. Fontaine in center, Callaway over in right. Howard, Sherling, Nazario, and Morgan third to first. Carnes behind the plate. We highlighted him a moment ago, and McNamee on the hill for First Coast. Hard ground ball right up the middle. There's our first hit of the ball game, a one-out single for Delamalier.
And we're getting, you know, so far what we expect out of Bartram is they're going to come out swinging the bats, be aggressive, I like the first pitch strike here.
Sure.
And it's a ground ball. Just has
Not
eyes.
at somebody, yeah, sure.
Left fielder, number 15,
Justin Mann to the plate, 1 on, 1 out. Very early here, no score. Tell you another thing, we've talked all day about high school baseball in our area and the quality. And another thing I think really has helped our area, as there's a ball slicing to the right field. That's going to fall down, yeah. I thought he hit it harder than that. I think the outfielder did as well. That'll pop in there for a single, and bad defense. Oh, they've got a runner. They may bail themselves out of this, Trent, as there's a run down on the third base line, and they kind of bailed out. They kind of bailed out a little bit. It's going to work out. It wasn't played real well by First Coast.
No, the pitcher does it. First of all, great read off the bat there to get to third base.
Sure.
Pitcher does his job. He backs up third base on a. You miss your cutoff guy. The guy's going to second. I mean, all sorts of things going on here. So he reads it down. He's gone.
Sure.
He's going to third without hesitation. Now he reads the. There's not even a cutoff guy there.
No, there really wasn't. Luis, your next batter for Bartram Trail, but First Coast, they can wiggle out of that. They will be happy. I was going to say, one of the things I think really helped our area, and I guess that you can help me with this, Trent. It kicked in 20, 25 years ago. Most everybody has lights. For the longest time, nobody had. Very few teams, very few parks had lights. High school ballparks had lights. And you were playing 4 o'clock. Your program was kind of stale. You were playing all your games at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, and Thursday. Just the sport didn't grow, and they finally got lights pretty much permeated across our area. I think that helped as well. Really grow the sport of high school baseball.
Well, it grows it and it gets more people to
Parents
the game
come
too,
out
right?
and can make it. Yeah, it's just you're not hustling if you're the visiting team as that pitch is taken away. You're not hustling. If you remember when we played, there was no lights, and if you played across town at 4, you're getting out of school at 2:30 or whatever, you're hustling over. And
yeah, you're missing classes. I mean, all that.
I think lights permeating our area really has helped the game as well in the last couple of decades, 2 or 3 decades. 3-1 count here to the batter.
Is there anything more fun than playing under the lights? I mean, even though we had a beautiful day today, for the first 2 games, turn the lights on and let's roll.
I can remember I played 2 years of junior college ball, and we'd go to the junior college state tournament down in Winter Haven as a breaking ball misses away. And
Blocked it up nicely.
He'll head down with a walk as the inning continues. No damage done, though, yet. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. We would be scheduled to play a state tournament in Winter Haven under the lights. We'd go practice at Bowles for a couple nights because we had never played under the lights hardly, in high school and even in junior college.
It's different too.
It really is. Really is. Myers to the plate for Bartram Trail. So they're on the corners, no outs or no run scoring yet in this ball game.
So we got a first and third situation. I would look for the runner to get moving here early in the count. And again, Bartram's very aggressive at the plate.
Speaking of runners moving, the 2 teams that played that wonderful 9-8 walk-off game midday today between Ponte Vedra and Bishop Schneider, boy, were they fun to watch. They were aggressive on the base paths, and I think that's the way to play high school baseball. Keep the pressure on, make the other team on defense, make the throws, stop the ball.
And when you're moving on the base paths, players are moving on defense, and oftentimes end up out of position and just kind of.
And that's coached. I mean, that's coached, and that's your philosophy. You're taught to bounce off that bag with the pitch, and if it's in the dirt, if he makes a great throw, great, that catcher. Off-speed pitch misses.
Yeah, and I talked about this earlier. You don't want to be too fine here, but you don't want to give in. But this is a situation where you cannot afford to walk another hitter.
Ball gets by the catcher, but not far enough.
Let's go win it.
First base runner gets down to second.
So you do have an open base here. Maybe you can get him to chase something here, but we should be in a 3-2 count.
Kendall on deck. He would be next.
Hey, going across. Knock it down. Let's go. Hey, here you go, big pitch.
Bartram, one of those high schools. They're just good at everything, aren't they? they're competitive in everything. And Coach Sutherland and that football program, my goodness, do they deserve a football state title. And that'll be another base on balls. They'll be loaded up now for Kendall. Trent, you and I have done a lot of high school football shows and things like that. And isn't that a running joke you had about 2 hours ago? For about the last 5 years, we've said this has got to be Bartram's football year. And Lord knows they've said it as well.
So do. But they're in the hunt every year.
Kendall up to bat for Bartram in a good spot here. 3 runners on. Nobody's crossed the plate yet, though.
No, but you guys know where to put a guy. He'll walk 2 in a row here.
No.
That's two 2-out walks. Ooh, and that gets people in trouble.
That is flirting with disaster there. McNamee ready. Misses inside. That gets all the way back to the screen. That will score our first run of the night game. 1-0 Bartram Trail.
Here's something to look for here. McNamee cannot get that breaking ball over the plate right now. I think Bartram's going to sit dead red and look for fastballs. Make him get that curveball over. If he can't, you're going to see a steady diet of fastballs.
And a lot of break on it. Swing and a miss, and McNamee's within a strike of getting out of this thing pretty good. One-two pitch. Maybe a little generous call, but that'll end the inning. So McNamee really dodged a bullet there, only giving up 1. We'll head to the top of the second. Your score, Bartram Trail 1, First Coast 0.
Reach for a bundle of your McDonald's favorites every day, like a sizzling sausage McMuffin and hash browns in the morning for $2, or a hot and spicy McChicken and small fries for $3 when you get hungry later. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You've leveled up. We have such an amazing future ahead of us.
We're not the only ones who leveled up.
I'm only taking the ethically sourced diamonds.
Remember what Dad says. No matter how fast you run, life's about the journey.
Flash returns with a new episode on a new night, Wednesday, March 9th, only on the CW.
You know how we've been waiting for the other shoe to drop? I think it just did.
Kung Fu. New episodes premiere Wednesday, March 9th.
Forgiven.
Get 20% off any purchase of $1 or more, exclusively on the McDonald's app.
Sherling, Chapman, and Howard will be the 3 scheduled batters for First Coast as they come to bat. Top of the second, trailing Bartram Trail 1-0. I'm Terry Norvell. Glad you're with us here on CW17, my broadcast partner all day long. And for the second year in a row at this Saturday championship day is Trent Intorsia, and that guy right there had 2 punch-outs and made it look easy in that top of the first.
Well, look at that, just nice fluid delivery, and he's got an electric arm. Again, we talked to Coach Fitz before the game, and he's on a 50-55 pitch limit, depending on how hard he has to pitch. But everything was free and easy in inning number 1, wasn't it?
Really was, and you can see a guy. We saw that big shot there. Full body shot of Sanford, the pitcher for Bartram Trail. He's going to add 15, 20 pounds like that just over the next 2 years, right? I mean, look at this guy. You add 15 to 20 pounds to that frame, and that 92, 93, 94 is upper 90s.
Yeah.
And then you're in a different stratosphere.
That's absolutely correct. I mean, he could be, even next year, he could be sitting 93, 94 instead of 90. Good point.
So here we go. First Coast desperate for some base runners, boy. It doesn't look like it's going to be easy tonight. And you know a guy early in the season, this is preseason obviously, guys on a pitch count, but you can't work he's throwing strikes. What are you going to do? Work his pitch count and just get punched out over and over again?
It is what it is.
Perfect example right there.
And if we were talking about this on a break, if you tell a kid you got X amount of pitches, Use them at your discretion.
Oh, that's nice.
He's just going right after hitters.
Yeah. Yeah.
And thus far, he's shown the ability to locate his pitches very well, too.
Just like you said, free and easy. Swing and a miss. That's just heat, man.
That's high Ched. High Ched right there.
High Ched right there is right, and just overpowered. If you follow this guy, this is gonna be fun to track this year. There'll be in a nice way, there'll be a lot of guns pointed at him this year, won't there? In a very nice way, as in radar guns. That is a smooth 90, 92 right there.
But it just comes out, and if you think
really
about
does.
it, with that free and easy delivery, and it's on you in a nanosecond.
That's 3 strikeouts and four batters, right? I've got him down for 3 in first 4 batters.
Yep.
Chapman now steps into the box for the Buccaneers. He chased down a drive out to left field earlier in the ball game. Howard and Morgan would be the next 2. Howard definitely will be up. The full line 1-1 pitch just paints the outside corner with a fastball.
I'd go same spot.
Why not?
Until you can show me that you can hit that pitch, here it is, hit it.
First coach going to really have to shorten up and go opposite field. Yeah, I might have overthought that a little bit, right?
He overthrew it for sure.
Overthrew it, but overthought it a little bit.
Yeah.
Then again, I guess you want to work on some of your breaking pitches as well.
You do that, but again,
yeah.
Think about the pitch count, right? You know, right? You've got to show me you can hit my fastball,
sure.
Or that's all you're going to see.
Sure. Here's the 2-2 one-out pitch, and there is that fastball on the outside corner again. Back-to-back strikeouts. That is 4 in 5 batters. Trent, here's a replay of the replay. Right? I mean, Trent, hey, that's a replay of 4 of the 5 batters.
Yeah. Rewind, press play.
Savion Howard, the third baseman. He's a sophomore, steps to the plate. And you get a guy, I mean, he snaps off a breaking ball, but you get a guy, you know this guy. You know from the high school baseball world, all these players know each other. They play together, play against each other. You know he's tough on the mound. That first guy's got to get a clean hit. If you can find a clean hit, that just helps everybody. You're not going to get no-no'd.
Now you go back-to-back breaking balls. Doesn't make that fastball look 98.
Oh, my. Beautiful breaking balls. The 0-2 pitch misses away.
Sanford's got to do something about keeping that cap on his head.
I don't know. When you got that kind of beautiful hair, you want that cap falling off, don't you?
Pin it to your head or something.
Oh, you jealous, nearly bald man.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Me too.
I got a little bit of grass.
How about the eye black though? The intimidating eye black. And now you got me thinking about the hat now. The rest of the game. Thanks, Trent.
You're welcome.
2-2 count.
Keep the focus there, Tara.
Yes.
Let's go, Savion, win it. Let's go, 7.
And here we go with the 2-2 pitch. Sanford rocks and fires. And a little liberal strike zone. If they give you that, I feel for Howard now. I feel for Howard there. I see him mumbling. He might have a case there. He's tough enough, isn't he?
I'd still be playing with that strike zone.
So Sanford strikes out the side. That is strikeout number 5 in 2 innings. And we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Your score, Bartram Trail 1, First Coast nothing.
We're CSI Companies. We partner with organizations nationwide to help employers like you find your dream team. You're looking to hire the best of the best, and we've got you covered, start to finish. Whether you're hiring for projects or everyday operations, we provide the talent, strategic solutions, and innovative technologies that keep your business ahead of the competition. This is your workforce reimagined. This is CSI Companies.
Start ahead. A bachelor's degree is within your reach. Earn your degree in 4 years or less at FSCJ and open the doors to a rewarding future. Through high-quality programming led by industry professionals, you'll receive an education that leads to a rewarding career. And with support services like online advising and financial aid, it's never been easier to get started. At FSCJ, we're with you every step of the way. Enroll now for spring. fscj.edu/bachelors.
The First Coast Buccaneers in the field here, just trying to hang around against a powerful Bartram Trail baseball team. Welcome back. Terry Norvell, Trenton Torsia, calling the final game today. The winner's bracket Saturday games, all three. This is the third. Bartram Trail leading, as you see, by a score of 1-0. And they've got to somehow, First Coast, hang around and see if they can crack a pitcher that is throwing nothing but strikes against them. McNamee out for his second inning of work. So Sanford has punched out 5 of the first 6 batters for Bartram Trail as he's in the dugout resting. He's done it on about, 23, 24 pitches?
He's made it look easy for sure. Showing really good command, though.
Pankey, Wood, and Saliba, your 3 scheduled, as there's a ground ball to third. Howard makes a nice play, ranging to his right. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and that should be an error on the throw. Man, he did the hard part.
Yeah, and that's, I know we've already said this, but that's one of the things you cannot do against these Bartram Bears.
I mean, the hard part is ranging glove side, and then
got plenty of time.
Sure, plenty of time. And that'll bring up Wood. Yeah, that's going to hurt. You got to play a clean game with that guy on the hill. Noah Wood, we might see him on the mound as this game plays out.
Big hack right there.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, that was a good-looking swing. McNamee needs to live a little lower, wouldn't you say there? Just a hair lower.
He came out of his shoes on that swing for sure.
1-1 pitch. Stays up and misses away. Ridgeview big 15-0 over Yulee in game 1 today. Ponte Vedra a thrilling 1-run walk-off 9-8 win over Bishop Snyder as that pitch is in the dirt. And that brings us to tonight's third and final game of the 4th annual Walk-Off Charities High School 9-12 baseball preseason classic.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
4th year.
And what a great organization Walk-Off Charities
Good people involved, and the ancillary sponsors and the other people that are out here giving their time, and you know, there's so many little things that have to be done in an event like this, and a lot of volunteers. Our buddy Tom Bauman's running around all day and all week, and I could name a million. I shouldn't have even named the one, as there's a walk that'll put 2 on. But so many people, and we mentioned the umpires and you guys like you giving your time, and you know, score PA guys, and there's just ticket takers, and just a lot of people involved that are giving their time for such a good cause, which is servicing and helping our youth in our area grow as people.
Yeah, and I've done the clinics, and
Absolutely.
What a treat that is.
Frank was mentioning that earlier, yeah. Saliba steps to the plate. He's in the 9 hole for Bartram Trail.
Your microphone's open. It's very low in the background.
So McNamee flirted with disaster in the first inning. He's got himself in a little bit of trouble. Not all his own doings. I mean, we've got an error to lead the inning off,
and a walk,
which we said you can't do, and then you follow it up with a walk, which you can't do that either. So that's kind of 2 things you need to try to avoid that happened back to back.
So nobody out. Straight change? What was that, Trent? It's hard to
look like it. He was out in front for sure.
I think he pulled a string on that. Nice pitch.
But this is a situation where a ground ball would help you tremendously, wouldn't it?
Really would if you could handle it.
Ground ball to short and flip it around. Big cut.
Saliva swings right through it. Trent, you played college ball at Mississippi State, 3 years of pro ball. You're from the Miami area. Was your high school, did you go to one high school all the time in high school, or did you go to more than one? And were y'all good? Were y'all good high school?
No, I was, went to one high school and...
Hard ground ball out to short. Going to be a tough play. Fielded the throw low, but scooped by the second baseman. How about that play?
That's a good play. Well,
that was Sherling over to Nazario.
Good
and they
play
got
by Sherling
one
right there.
out, which was key. You got one out.
Sets up a first and third situation. The only thing I might have been done differently as a second baseman is just do a full arm fake.
Sure.
And see maybe you could catch
Right
that runner trying to get aggressive off of third base. But a fine play there, because that easily could have been an infield hit.
And that gives McNamee a chance here, you know? So one out, but still two runners on. Now on the corners, Justin Nadeau to the plate. He's the leadoff hitter for Bartram Trail.
Flew out to left his first good piece of hitting, though, first time up.
Yes, he was a flyout victim, but he did hit it well. McNamee misses down low. So far, Bartram's been pretty station to station. And thinks he missed that one.
That was a, dangerous 2-0 pitch for sure.
And he thinks he missed that. 16's not happy with his result there.
Caught a little too much of the plate.
2-1 pitch. Will the runner on first be going? He is not. Breaking ball misses inside.
That would have been a good pitch to go on. All right, hindsight's everything, though.
Well, the outfield is playing deep. They respect these Bartram batters. They are all deep for a high school outfield.
Well, Bartram put it on display the other night for sure.
Yeah, they were leaving the yard with regularity, weren't they?
Power surge.
I mentioned those numbers, those hollow numbers for Bartram Trail. The guy that ordered those has never called a game from a press box.
Yeah.
As Nadeau draws a walk to load the bases.
Next up for the Bears, center fielder, number 11, Brody DeLamiere.
Here we are again, right?
No doubt.
Bases juiced, less than 2. Minimize the damage here.
This is a nice, Trent, this is that spot, the one bouncer right back to the pitcher would come in handy.
Yeah, the old comebacker.
He plays catch with a catcher.
Brother-in-law comebacker.
Yep, catcher throws to first base. I have a quick visit to the mound by the pitching coach for First Coast.
Not a whole lot you can say right here. I mean, he's probably just telling them, listen, let's take a deep breath. I'm just giving you a little breather here. Telling them also, you're one pitch getting out of this inning.
Yeah.
Give me a nice little ground ball, and we can turn it over, and get ourselves out of the inning.
And smiles all around. So the pitching coach did his job. That wasn't a chew situation. That was nowhere near a chew out situation.
No, that's a comfort situation right there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You have to be their friend in that situation. He probably said, listen.
Just don't forget now, this is 10th grader on the mound against Bartram Trail. Yeah.
Go ahead and have some fun.
So DeLamiere, the big right-hander, digs in a good spot. Oh, that could have helped McNamee out. A little infield pop fly.
That was also a mighty hack, wasn't it?
Sure was.
You know, the other thing you know, this is a number 2 hole hitter in the lineup. You're getting ready to face the middle of the lineup as well.
Man on deck. Modise would be after him.
Yes.
McNamee's flirting with it right now, isn't he? Trent. Oh, he's on the edge right here.
Hanging on the edge for sure.
I mean, 2-1, bases juice, 1 out, and he misses away. 3-1's got to come in now.
I mean, this guy, you're sitting dead red
Oh,
here.
my.
Right when you started talking to the red hat about coming in by the blue, the moment that happened, Tristan...
It's got to be a tough feeling. McNamee's confident in his stuff, but somewhere you think, I don't know if I got anything to get by this guy. Does he have to miss one?
Well, particularly a 3-1 count.
Here is that 3-1. Misses way up high. That'll walk a run in. 2-0 Bartram Trail. And it doesn't get any easier. The 3-hole hitter man steps to the plate. And you just feel like a gapper's somewhere around the corner.
And Terry, that's the 3rd walk of the inning.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't do that. Let him hit it. I mean, it's easier said than done. I totally get it. But by the same token, you can't try to get too cute here and give free passes.
Outside corner with a fastball. Yeah, you could feel a gapper. If you can't get out of this inning quick, you could just feel one happening. And there's another run will come in on a wild pitch.
Well, again, that's the breaking ball. He struggled to get over the plate.
Sure.
And,
sure.
You know, Bartram's, they're well coached. They're saying, listen, make him throw that breaking ball for a strike or just sit on the fastball. And he just overcooked it.
What do you do there? Hold on to it too long?
Yeah.
Again, we're looking at a 10th grader against a team that he's facing a team that could go really deep in the playoffs this year, Bartram Trail.
Facing like a D1 team.
Yeah, he's really laboring. Nobody in the pin right now. Or now some stirring. Now a little stirring down there. See a catcher.
Hey, I have Tristan back.
Yeah, there you go. You got some movement down there now in the First Coast bullpen. Sure would be nice to get this young man out of the inning, though.
Yeah, get a couple innings under your belt. Maybe start the 3rd.
Took something off, and it worked.
Yeah. It's like that might be his 2nd changeup of the inning, both.
Yeah.
Pretty effective, too.
That did look like a changeup. Pulled it right back.
That was just weird.
What a nice complex it is here, man. You got cages down this side, and multiple fields. Another one goes back to the screen, and that'll be another run. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Bartram Trail, but they're not working real hard to score these runs, are they, Trent?
Well, no. You've got 3 walks in the inning, 2 wild pitches. And, I mean, they're good enough as it is, right?
Sure. And to their credit, they're disciplined enough. Hey, it'd be easy to everybody go in there and swing from the heels right now and open up their strike zone, but they're not. They're disciplined.
Well, I mean, you know, another reason. I mean, you're well coached, and
there's the bugaboo. 5 walks. There's a ball hit hard right at Howard. That was a shot. He might have a chance. Now he makes a strong throw, but pulls the first baseman off. And another play, a run will score. Hardest hit ball of the night right at Howard. That was a tough, tough chance.
Heck of an effort, though.
Scored a hit. A rocket. He had a chance. It came right back to him.
It would have been a heck of a play, though.
Sure would have. So another hit for Bartram Trail. That brings in another run. Lodis is your batter. And it is now turned into just a learning experience, I guess, now for Mr. McNamee, the young guy.
Well, and you grow up a lot if you can battle through and get through this inning. And
you do.
Not going to be easy, though.
First Coast, a 6A school. District 3, 6A. Bartram Trail, a 7A school. District 1, 7A.
These Bartram teams up there hacking, aren't they?
They really are. You know, we talked about Bartram and their entire athletic program. Big school, and they get in that powerful, they seem to get in that powerful district, particularly in football. They called that the district of death there for a while. Man, just some good teams. High fly ball. It should stay in the ballpark. Out to right field, charging in and making the play is Callaway for the second out. But, you know, we were talking about that football district that Bartram had been in for years. The district from top to bottom was so impressive. What was really impressive was the teams that didn't move on. You could only have 2 would move on, right?
Right.
Teams 3 and 4, you go, their season's over? Are you serious?
Come on, work, you might work. Hey, ground ball easier at the middle.
Myers to the plate now. As Bartram, again, they haven't knocked the cover off the ball. They've just taken what was given, and they lead 5-0.
Well, you got an error and 5 walks. That's kind of tough to overcome,
Sure.
is it not?
Really is. That Bartram jersey, is that uniform, that Dodger-esque? A little Dodger uniform? Yeah, that classic blue and white Dodger. A lot of blue on the ball field tonight out there. McNamee with his 1-1 pitch, misses up high, runner going. And there's a good throw. How about that? That'll end the inning. What a nice play with the throw. Carnes, we highlighted him about his offense, and he shows a little defense. That gets his team in the dugout, but damage was done. A 4-spot put on the board, and that'll take the lead for Bartram Trail to 4, make that 5-0 over First Coast coming to bat.
Plunkett women, making bad decisions for 3 generations. You know the definition of insanity?
Yes, I know the definition of insanity. I live with you.
I devoted the best years of my life to loving and nurturing a child.
I would love to meet that child. I know I haven't been the best daughter lately. I think that's just because you don't like me.
And that's fine.
Mom, weeknights at 6 and 6:30 on CW17.
Might be the last time the 4 of us get to play on the same team. So what do you say? Team Beverly win final time? Let's get it. I don't want to be one of those guys that peaked in high school. What we did in high school does not matter anymore. Everybody's having fun, but my football dreams are shattering.
You gotta get to the place where nothing is ever enough.
It's up to us to carve our own paths.
It means it's time for a new plan.
All-American. New episodes return this Monday at 8, 7 Central, only on the CW.
2 innings are in the book, and Bartram Trail leads First Coast 5-0. And this wonderful classic is brought to you by great sponsors like Fortegra. Let's reach new heights together. CSI Companies, your workforce solutions reimagined. Burroughs Barbecue, Real Pit Barbecue since 1949. Airstream Ventures, business, entertainment, sports, and Duval Motor Company, proudly serving Northeast Florida since 1916. Thank you very much, Duval Motor Company. Gorgeous, gorgeous outfield sign and a gorgeous night and day Trenton Torsia for baseball, the high school variety. The major league guys, as you see the great start by Skylar Sanford. He's just been mowing them down, strikeout after strikeout. He's got 5 strikeouts through 6 batters.
And he showed great command with all of his pitches. He pounds the strike zone. I mean, he's got a lot of poise for a young guy.
Really does. I'm not positive he has broken a sweat on a cool night. Has he broken a sweat yet?
No, but his hat keeps falling off.
Good looking
I
prospect.
might have saw a little glistening on his cheek there, but no, he's not had to work super hard. But then again, when you've got stuff like he does, just showcase.
He is an early verbal commitment, early because he's a sophomore, right? Yeah. I mean, early verbal commitment to Florida State. 90 to 94 mile an hour fastball at this age, at that weight. By the time he's a senior, I don't want to say anything, but those pro scouts are going to be drooling to get a hold of this guy before he goes to college.
You could see a couple triple-digit touches maybe in his senior year.
Oh, my. Griffin Morgan, big number 55, comes to the plate for Bartram Trail. They have not gotten around the batting order yet. It's been 6 up, 6 down with 5 strikeouts by Mr. Sanford.
Now, this is where it gets interesting for me. You've just blown 2 fastballs by the hitter. Show me that you can hit it. Why do I want to go to any secondary pitches here? Maybe elevate a fastball. But, I mean, other than that, just go get them.
And you could see the catcher there. He looks into the dugout, so he's being told what to throw, I guess. Trent, if you noticed, Saliba looks in the dugout, so he's getting the pitch called. So we don't want to blame the catcher if he calls something off speed.
You know, Coach Fitz is an old catcher.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's a good one. Played at Bartram Trail.
Morgan hanging tough. Morgan, Edwards, Nazario, the three scheduled, and that will at least get us through the batting order as we're in the third inning. It's been 6 up, 6 down with 3 strikeouts for First Coast on offense. Sanford looks in, gets his sign, the full wind, and the 1-2. Is a strikeout, number 6 on the night.
That may have been his hardest pitch. This thing sizzles. Plus he just gets in on his hands. It just makes it tough.
And the designated hitter steps to the plate. Edwards will have his crack at Mr. Sanford. Ashton Edwards, senior. And again, you know, I'm not putting this in the win or loss column yet for either team, but boy, you need somebody to find the barrel of the bat, kind of break it a little bit.
Yeah.
Break it open a little bit, get a hit. You know, you get the no-no off the back of your mind.
Well, the other piece, I mean, one ball's been put in play.
Absolutely. 5 strikeouts and 1 ground out through 7 batters faced. And that's a good miss. That is a good miss.
Yeah, that would have been one of those. Really?
Yeah. Edwards digging in. 1-1 is the count. And boy, that got inside. What do you do with that if you hit it?
Well,
your aluminum bat may break if you hit it.
It may break. I mean, that's that arm side run we talked about earlier in the telecast. That's just in on your hands. And to your point, the only thing, you nub it back to the pitcher.
You know, you take that and it's called a ball most likely. Good hack. Fouled near the first base dugout, but a good hack.
Yeah. Looks like he's seeing it pretty well anyway.
Choked up on the bat, which is smart.
2-strike approach.
Again, good contact and the right idea, not trying to pull it.
Now you might see that breaking ball here.
I like the battle, though, out of that guy.
Oh, I love it.
I like
love
the battle
the
out of Edwards.
Just fighting tough
And you know what?
pitches
He's
off.
a DH. He's not supposed to go up there and just hold the bat.
Fighting tough pitches off.
Sure he is. That 1-2 pitch, and there's the first base runner of the night for First Coast. Breaking ball that got away.
Breaking ball that got away. He just gave up on the pitch. I mean, he released it almost behind his head. You know, breaking ball, everything's off the fastball. If you watch here, he releases it way back.
Ooh, he did.
And it's got no chance to spin.
And he's disgusted with himself.
Well, he knows it.
Yes.
I mean, he's...
So let's send Edwards to first base, the first base runner of the night for the Buccaneers. Nazario, the 9-hole hitter. JJ steps to the plate. Junior second baseman. And that might be a first. Back-to-back non-strikes.
Well, the interesting part, he hasn't thrown out of the stretch yet tonight. So
good point.
First pitch there, get a feel for it.
Nazario with Carnes on deck. Good cut.
Hey, they're up there hacking, man. I mean, we've got a couple backward Ks, you know, strikeouts looking, but I mean, by and large, they're taking their hacks. Yeah, that. You're not going to hit that pitch. I'm sorry.
No, that is just a big-time delivered pitch by a really good pitcher at this level. Nazario digging in. Yeah. Here's that 1-2. And that is just a gorgeous located pitch. Another strikeout. Let's give him 7 on the night. And we take it to the top of the order, Trent. I mean, this is just pitching 101.
We call that painting.
That is well said, my man.
Painting the corners.
Well said.
I mean, the only thing you can do with that pitch is just flick it off. Now go ahead and try to flick 92 and see. You see what that does for you.
Back to the top of the order, and Carnes, and if I remember our discussion with both head coaches, I think Carnes might be a verbal to FSU as well. Trent, I believe Carnes is a verbal to FSU as well. So this is FSU verbal pitching to FSU verbal.
Hey, here we go now, Hunter! Let's go, Hunter!
So 2 out here.
Wonder if Mike Martin Jr.'s tuned into this.
2 out, top of the 3rd. First coach with their first run of the night. Carnes with a hack, straight back. Means he kind of timed it pretty well.
Remember the first pitch of the game, he fouled it straight back off him too. So he's seen it pretty well.
All these young players committing verbally so young tells you how good travel ball and these kids are developing at such a young age. They're so skilled at 12, 13, 14, 15. So the college people can see these guys at 14 and 15, they're committing.
Yeah.
15 and 16. Runner going, and the throw is in time. Throw out. The runner thrown out at second base. Not sure I would have done that, but they're not asking me. Right, Trent? Took you a long time to get a base runner on. And
yeah, and now you're back to facing the minimum.
And the nice, strong throw on the money retires the side. Bartram Trail already leading 5-0, coming to bat in the bottom of the 3rd.
Life happens. Reality strikes. Priorities shift, and you find yourself in a place you never dreamed. But then, opportunity emerges. A flame you thought was out reignites. Redefine your future. It's your turn. FSCJ.
Power comes in many different forms. We depend on it everywhere we go. It's in our homes, our offices, our stores, our factories and plants. We are the experts who harness it and deliver it to you. We are the Powering America team of North Florida. The best trained, most skilled, and safest electricians in the world. The very definition of value in every job we do. The Powering America team of North Florida.
Life gets real. Time flies. You can lose who you are in the grind. But then opportunity knocks. Will you choose to answer this time? Rediscover what makes you tick. It's your turn. FSCJ.
Welcome back to San Souci Ballpark on the south side of Jacksonville. First Coast had their first base runner of the ball game. He erased a moment ago on a strong throw, trying to steal second base, and that's how the top of the 3rd ended. And it looks like we will have a brand new pitcher on the hill for First Coast as Mr. McNamee's night is done, Trenton Torsia. So we'll turn it over to Kyler Knowles. We were told we were probably going to see him second, and here he is.
Yeah, and I mean, give McNamee credit. He battled through it. I said, there's some things to talk about, coach through, right? We got to avoid the base on balls, and really could have been a little more damage than what has happened. He only surrendered 3 hits.
Third baseman number 2, Colt Myers.
So Colt Myers steps to the plate. Hard hit ball will get through. Found a hole. Hit well. That'll be a clean first pitch single for Bartram Trail. And here they go again.
Was that a first pitch breaking ball? Looked like it was.
Here we go. He jumped all over it.
Next up for the Bears, right fielder number 10, Jacob Hennon.
Kendall steps to the plate.
Thought that might have been a liberal strike.
A little bit. Knowles looking in.
Got to just finish that breaking ball there. Just kind of left it out there. We've seen a lot of that today, and it's pretty easy to clean up. But again, as I was saying earlier, you've got to throw that breaking ball off of your fastball, which means you're releasing it out in front. Just take that same fastball you just threw there for a strike, swing and a miss strike, throw the breaking ball off of that, and get the depth and the bite that you need to it.
Sounds easy up here, doesn't it?
I mean, it's easy to talk about, that's for sure.
Gets by the catcher, and the runner will advance down to second.
I'm an idea guy, Terry.
Yeah, you are. I've always known that about you.
We got fire ablazing in right center field.
Oh, man,
still.
they've had a good day out there, man. They knew the weather was coming, and they knew it was championship Saturday, and those two houses out in right center and right have had a big time.
What else could you be doing?
My goodness. Got the kids running around. They're fenced in, so they're not getting in any trouble. And there's one hit hard and deep. Get a load of this one.
That's a no-doubter.
That was a no-doubter. Somebody's got a souvenir, and the kids are scrambling. The kids are scrambling.
There they go.
That'll plate a few more. And the kids are on the move for a souvenir. Oh, my. That was a no-doubter is right.
What a great swing right there. Pitch a little bit up in the zone, and he just turns on it.
My. That'll take it to 7-0 Bartram Trail. That was clean and quick, wasn't it?
There it is again.
Oh, boy.
Talk about barreling a ball up.
Jacob Kendall. That'll bring up Pankey.
Jacob Kendall's University of Florida commit. So we got ACC represented. We got SEC represented.
Another ball hit deep, straight away center field. I don't think the park will hold this one. And is that back-to-back pitches like we saw earlier today?
Yes, sir.
We saw it earlier in game 2. 2 home runs on 2 consecutive pitches, and we've seen it again. Back-to-back home runs. Pankey goes yard as he followed Kendall's bomb. Well, that was dead straight center field right over Old Glory, wasn't it?
And Pankey, Stetson commit. Here it is again. Ooh, right down the middle. I hit it right back up the middle, and bye-bye baseball.
Yeah, that went more toward Old Glory. I think straight center field at the flagpole.
Dead center.
Wood to the plate, as it has been a tough start on the hill for Knowles.
You know, and it's a situation where it's kind of been a tale of 2 games for Bartram. Lots of walks and an error mixed in one inning. They kind of said, well, they haven't really done much, and then they hit a blistering single and then back-to-back home runs.
Good pitch.
That rattles the cage a little bit too, Terry.
You think?
Yeah.
Woods from the left side. Wood from the left side stepping in, and he kind of cuts under one. I think that'll be playable, and it is, out in center field.
Good piece of hitting, though.
Fontaine tracks it down for the first out.
Number 5, Anthony Saliba.
The catcher, Anthony Saliba, to the plate. He's batting in the 9 spot tonight. Trent, you've been around a high school game a long time. Getting this team make a lot of noise. This Bartram Trail team.
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming in.
We've only seen one arm so far, but we know they got other pitchers.
I mean, we know it's their horse. He didn't pitch Wednesday night. I think they said he wasn't feeling well or something. But We knew they're going to hammer it, too. I mean, it's a solid ball club, and they're very aggressive at the plate. And, again, I sound like a broken record, but you can't give the free passes out, and you've got to play clean defensively because this is what they can do.
We saw Pontevedra win the second game today after committing 5 errors. That's very rare. Howard tries to pick it up on a hop, and he boots another one there. Saliba was getting down the line, but you got to make that play. You got to make that play. After you've seen a couple balls go about 380,
yeah,
you got to make a 2-hop play, ground ball, right? Got to help your guy.
Well, yeah, you got to help your guy.
Number 16, Justin Nato.
Nato, the leadoff batter, now steps back to the plate.
We've got a courtesy runner for the catcher.
Galimo?
Yeah, Ethan Galimo.
Fly ball again to center field. A lot of action out in center, now drifting over toward left center and not played right. That caromed off the glove. That'll be an ugly error. Runners at second and third now with still only 1 out. That was a big league pop, but you got to make that play. And your team's losing some focus as well. You're not doing anything at the plate, and you're losing some focus. It just got up on him, didn't it? Just got up on him.
It did hit the heel of the glove, and give credit to the batter runner, because he was halfway to second base when the ball hit the ground, and then a good read by the courtesy runner Galamo to he was almost at second base, knowing the ball was deep enough that he could still get back with a catch. Sure. But I'm easily walking into third if it's not caught.
Brody DeLamour is your batter now. He's a junior that looks like verbal to Notre Dame. You know, Notre Dame's played good college baseball the last several years. Good college baseball.
They were in Starkville last year for the super regional.
They mashed.
Oh,
they really swing the bats. 8-0 Bartram Trail. They've been dominant tonight as we expected.
Well, excuse me, swing there.
We got a little action down in the Bartram bullpen, and this is, still a preseason game. You're trying to get as many arms and as many at-bats. I'd expect some pinch hitters getting off the bench as well. As we take a look down at, looks like Ashton Pokel, senior. Looks like he's going to University of Tampa. That could be trouble if it stays in play. That could be trouble, and it does. And it does. One will score. Here comes another run around. Strong throw. Not in time, though. Not in time. And that's actually a double and an RBI, right?
A little flare, too.
Yeah, it's
flare
a double.
I mean, of all things here, and he really fights off a pretty good pitch. It drops in no man's land, kind of the Bermuda Triangle area there.
Sure.
And, he had a position more to pull. And of all things, the way things are going now, and you need a flare drops.
Come on, go work. Work, come on, work.
Strong throw, and you get the runner there at the plate. Justin Mann to the plate. 10-0 Bartram Trail. Mann perfect on the night. Couple singles and an RBI.
Yeah, he's a good-looking hitter. Looked like he tried to go yah-yah there.
Yeah, I think he wanted to join the two teammates.
The Bash brothers.
How about we've seen 2 separate occasions where back-to-back pitches were hit for home runs in this tournament today.
Twice today. You see it here. You see it all here at Walk-Off Charity.
Yeah, you do. And every home run has been a no-doubter. They've gotten into them. They've run into them pretty good.
Yeah, good point. Nothing's crawled over that fence.
No. .315 down both lines. .350 to center field. We talked, I think it was game 1 today. This is about what should be kind of a standard high school field, right? I mean, a lot of your college fields, 400 is kind of the standard at center. This is, I think, the right numbers. You think it's the right numbers for high school? 350, 315?
I mean, they're fun numbers, I guess you could say. I mean, it makes for an interesting situation because I know Bartram plays in a pretty big yard. And
spoken from a guy that hit no high school home runs and 2 in college. This is a huge park.
Who, you or me?
Me.
I didn't even hit in high school. How about that?
This park's way too big.
I became a pitcher only at 14 years old.
Nice. 3-2 pitch. Misses away with a breaking ball. Now to my defense, I played over JU with this monster wall. And what is JU? 340 down the lines, by the way. 340, thank you very much.
That's no bandbox, that's for sure.
340 down the lines. With that monster wall out there. Pitch misses inside. Speaking of JU, and we're in a high school tournament. We talked some college ball as well because a lot of these guys go on to play successful college careers. What a strange year JU had. They couldn't win a game all regular season, get red hot, win their tournament, and play their tail off in the regionals. Remember that?
And almost get out of it.
I almost got out of there. I mean, everything that could go wrong went wrong the first 3 months of the season.
I saw Coach Hayes at one of the walk-offs.
Is that right?
And he said they were so injured at the beginning of the year. He had like 7 starters out, and most of his pitching staff.
And how do you, as a swing and a miss there, making the count 2-1, how do you keep your team engaged? Yes, you make the tournament, your conference tournament, you got a chance. But, man, that would be, I mean, it was a miserable 3 months, right? I mean, they won 8-9 games.
Well, you called me one day, though, and you said, I think they were 0-9 just to start
the season. Terrible. It was terrible. We had Councilman Dr. Ron Salem on and was talking about a lot of stuff in the first game. And
well, he's a big sports fan,
He is a big sports fan. And got talking about Edward Waters and what they've done athletically. They put the turf for the football field down, and their baseball program is really coming along, and they're playing their games at J.P. Small, and there's a lot of money going in there. And
what did he say? They raised $5 million or something?
A lot of money, yeah. A lot of money.
And he's a Jacksonville boy.
Yeah, definitely.
Like yourself.
Yep. 10-0 Bartram Trail as we wrap up. This is game 3 of 3 today.
And Frank Frangi's another Jacksonville guy. Do you let Miami guys in like me, or what's the deal? How do I get in the club?
I don't know if we can figure out to get you out. That's the thing. I don't know if we invited you in, but we can't get you out.
You want to be careful, these Miami guys, too, you know.
Right?
I can say that having been from there.
Big hack there. Fouled away, man.
Well, I mean, just 3-2 count. You kind of go right at them. And
why not?
If I'm the hitter, I'm not getting cheated.
You know, now that we've got...
Well, not to mention he's a 4-hole hitter, so he's supposed to bop a little bit, right?
Still only 1 out. Fisted, but that might work out. It will, that same spot. That'll drive in another run, at least one. It'll be another double.
Got to hit.
Keep an eye on that. The cutoff man, and that's a mentally tired team right there. You know, it's been a long night so far and getting longer for First Coast.
I don't think I saw a cutoff.
I didn't either.
Let's take another look.
Flare turns into a nightmare for First Coast.
Next up for the Bears.
Yeah, but you can't sail that to the dugout, you know. You know, we've talked, Trent, about this is our 3rd game here in the broadcast booth. We on Winners Bracket Saturday. And we've got a crew that's doing a lot of work scattered all over this ballpark. We got cameramen that have been on scaffolding for hours, and men and women in trucks and making the broadcast go, and we want to tip our hat to those folks as there is a ground ball to short for out number 2. You know, you look around and see the camera people. They're on scaffolding and been out there for 6 hours.
Well, the good news is the weather's been great.
Yes.
If it's a blustery, windy, rainy day, then that puts you into retirement fast.
Shane McLaughlin, it looks like, to the plate.
The pinch hitter?
Pitch hitter for Bartram Trail, as you would expect that. They're now trying to get everybody one more AB and a few more arms on the mound probably. And it's go time next week. High school baseball starts across the state, right, Trent?
It's a giddy up time.
You can literally start on Monday the 21st. I think a lot of people are doing it on the Tuesday. But, yeah, it's you know, the fight to make Fort Myers, I think that's where everything's at, where you want to finish your season.
Yeah, the Final Four.
Yeah, you want to finish your season in Fort Myers.
I believe it's in Jet Blue Stadium.
Is that right?
Which is the Red Sox complex.
Our area, boy, we came so close. 2 teams last year, Fleming Island and and St. John's Country Day, both lost in the final game. State runner-ups. As McLaughlin will get his way down to first base. We saw that we saw St. John's Country Day and Fleming Island here this term. They were both really good last year. Really good.
Well, Ponte Vedra made a run, too.
And they got into their regional finals, yes.
Number 1, Ethan Dilemma.
You can look up, and we talked, I think, briefly. Fleming Island last year lost in the state final game 5-1 to Bloomingdale. They gave up 4 in the third. So they had one bad inning, Trent. And baseball can be cruel. One bad inning, and they lose the state championship game.
It's a crazy game. Cruel game, but it's a great game.
They were good. They had that lefty that we liked, that left-handed pitcher. His name escapes me.
He went to Georgia Tech.
That's right. Chopper to shortstop. Sherling, it gets by him again. A little bit of lack of concentration.
Well, he sat back a little bit on that, too.
And the play at second base is not in time, and
you'll hear coaches talk about it all the time. If you sit back on a ground ball, it's going to eat you up. It just does.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take another look here. Hard charge this thing, a little high hopper.
Yeah, you got to go get that.
Go get it on the next hop, and you could see it hit the
You got to get that because it plays you.
And shot down. It sure does. My old college coach used to say that all the time. Sit back, it'll eat you up.
Yeah.
Next up, designated hitter.
Or actually, that's 23, Jack Zupko, the senior, who's getting him in a pinch hit at bat here.
Correction. Now batting number 23, Jack Zupko.
Speaking of, Zupko looks like he's going to play college baseball at Edward Waters.
Big boy. That's the one thing you were talking about earlier, the collegiate game. I've got quite a few guys that I played with and buddies of mine that are coaches at the collegiate level. And they tell you the only thing that's changed in the game of baseball is the size of the players. They're all huge.
They really are. Pitch called strike in there. We've referenced most people that know you around the baseball world here in North Florida. You played college baseball at Mississippi State, 3 years of pro ball. Mississippi State finally got their state national championship. What a fun team they have been for 4 or 5 years. And what they do, knock off Vanderbilt, I guess. They knocked off Vandy. Was it Vandy?
Yeah. Well, they had Notre Dame in the Supers at home and then knocked off
Vandy, which was another classic SEC. Just looks so good to see the two SEC going at it.
Just a heavyweight fight. And so I guess that leaves the team I was on as the best team to never win a national championship.
Yeah, you're on that incredible team.
We'll carry that, I guess.
And then we kidded, I think, or not kidded, we talked about the college polls and the season's just getting started, but pretty consistent. Texas has been a lot of people's number one. They bring all that pitching back, and they finished third, I think, in the nation last year. Texas.
Yeah, they were eliminated by Mississippi
State. Yeah, they were real good. So Texas was a lot of people's one. As there's another ball, tough chance. Howard picks it, makes a strong throw this time. Good for him.
Heck of a play.
Heck of a play. Will retire the side, but a lot of damage done for Bartram Trail as they have stretched their lead out to 13-0. First Coast coming to bat, seeing if they can do anything on offense.
It's the Rooms to Go Patio President's Day sale. A great time to get out and save on beautiful outdoor furniture, like this stylish 4-piece set. Save on outdoor dining, seating, and more. Save on beautiful wicker and classic teak. Bring home this 5-piece dining set just $6.99. Or save on this seating set just $29 a month with interest-free financing for 60 months. Celebrate with style and savings during the Rooms to Go Patio President's Day sale, going on now.
Jacksonville, Doc Tony. Have you noticed how many emergency room centers are popping up around town? A lot. It's good to have choices, but an emergency room should not be your primary choice with soft tissue injuries. You've been injured, you need rehab. By going to the emergency room, there's a good chance you'll have little to no money left needed for your rehab. Don't call any attorney. Protect yourself, family, and friends by calling the doc you can trust at 1-800-DOC-TONY. Remember, I'm more than a catchy number, I'm real.
It has been all Bartram Trail tonight, and those numbers, they don't lie. 13 runs on 8 hits, a big ugly 5 in the error column for First Coast, as if Bartram needed any help. And First Coast has yet to find their first base hit. As we look at a beautiful shot from center field, one of our earlier plays of the game, just an absolute bomb. The Florida, the Florida State College at Jacksonville really plays of the game. A couple of deep home runs hit by Bartram Trail. Trent, they were efficient early, were the Bears, and then they got powerful with a couple of home runs.
Well, you know, the Bears had a little bit of help, too, in the beginning there. They had 5 walks and a couple errors.
That was a home run by Kendall and Pankey, not to cut you off, as we showed some highlights from earlier in this ball game. And the second hurler of the night goes to the mound. Ashton Pokel will relieve Sanford, who I had for 7 strikeouts in 3 innings. 7.
Very, very handy night. Great command of the zone.
You could only possibly have 9, right? He had 7.
He had the one guy he hit with that.
Yeah.
You know, he kind of fluttered breaking ball out of his hand, and then he was caught stealing. So
and a ground ball out.
Sanford faced the minimum.
Sure. So, as expected, some final work here as this one is winding down. Bartram Trail, a very impressive 2 games in this tournament, as we expected. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Carnes back to the plate. Now you really need to break up the you-know-what. Get Sanford out, and somebody just needs to opposite field single to break it up and just make you feel a little bit better going home, right?
Do you bunt here? I mean, you know,
you don't do that. But, you know, a little chinker just to put a 1 on. Just to put a 1 on.
Yeah.
On the hit column. Top of 4. Oh, that's no fun for the catcher. Cool night. You take 1 off the bicep.
Oh, we were talking about this the other day. I mean, I admire catchers so much. Why would you want to catch? Even umpire with that chest protect.
High fly ball in the infield. No, actually carries back behind and lands on the screen.
Catching's just tough.
Yeah, you're just they're a different bird. Those catchers, they're a different breed, aren't they?
I'm a little wimpy left-handed pitcher, you know, so you're not putting gear on me.
Gear on. I'm too pretty to wear that mask anyway, man. I don't want a mask hiding my, right?
You are, yeah.
Way too pretty to wear that mask. Particularly as vain as I was in high school. Girls coming to the game, I'm not wearing no mask.
Let me ask you a serious question here. How much of that has changed with you? I had to go there.
I don't blame you. Swing and a miss. That'll be the first out of the inning. Yeah. Another strikeout. That's 8 total, I believe, now by my count, for Bartram Trail pitching.
He's demonstrated a pretty good breaking ball here.
Dylan Fontaine has only been up. This is his second at bat, man. How about that? These guys have only made it around the order twice.
So Ashton's a senior committed to University of Tampa, so he would have already signed his letter of intent.
Sure.
The signing day was a couple weeks ago.
Sure. Well, inside out that goes foul. Is maybe the best hack of the night for First Coast.
He had a pretty good hack in the first inning. Sharp hit ground ball to shortstop.
Yeah, sure did. Quick call ready. Got a little giddy up on that fastball.
He's got a really nice breaking ball.
Pokel, you see there, boys got those Tom Seaver, big thigh, right-hander build from the waist down. The drive, look at those thighs.
Somebody else had big thighs, too, a guy named Nolan Ryan.
Did he ever? Those big right-handers,
Might have been the toughest player ever.
Oof. He was a star, obviously, when we were young, and he was just legendary. And the negative, and he couldn't control it, Nolan Ryan. He didn't play on great teams. He played on a lot of the teams weren't great. He'd go out there and pitch his out and pitch his heart out. And that might be the first hit. Could that be an infield hit? And he beats it out. I think that's a hit there. Yes. That is the first hit of the night, the infield variety, but that takes him off the goose egg.
And a tough play.
Yep.
You got a lefty kind of slapping it there. You got to come a long way. See, Myers is playing standard position.
Sure.
And really didn't have a chance.
Let me tell you something.
Good effort, though.
After 4 or 5 flares that Bartram Trail's hit, First Coast not going to apologize for that to break it up.
No. You know what they say, right? Line drive in the book.
Heck yeah. Callaway to the plate for the Buccaneers.
Good read. Wonder if he crossed the catcher up there.
Yeah, it didn't look right, did it?
Looked like he boxed it.
So that's uncharted territory for First Coast. They're on second base, right? Hard hit ball at the middle, fielded. Lodis, nice play.
I'm not taking anything away from the play, but what a hop that took.
That was a nice, thank you very much. Here it is again.
Watch this hop at the end. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Looks like it's through.
I thought it was ground ball,
and then bingo.
I thought it was a ground ball single up the middle, didn't you? Sounded like it, didn't it?
It did. It looked like it, too, and then it turned into we got a nice brother-in-law hop.
Yeah, that sounded like a sharp single up the middle. And here is the Buccaneers shortstop, Sherling, as he swings and misses.
There's a nice little breaking ball Ashton has. He's throwing it for strikes, too, and it's not over the plate. It's over the plate, but it's not over the middle of the plate.
Sure. I played on a team. I wasn't a pitcher, obviously. I was a middle infielder. I played on one of my college teams. One of our pitching coaches preached that he hated the middle third of the plate. He thought it was the worst place in the world. Don't ever throw a strike in the middle third of the plate.
You didn't even talk about the middle third of the plate. It's outside third,
he
inside
hated the middle third of the plate. Speaking of strikeouts, there's another one. That'll end the inning. The first hit of the night for those guys, First Coast, but they can't get past second base. And we will take it back to Bartram Trail as they will come to bat, leading 13-0.
At Brassfield & Gorey, we work daily to build diversity in our workforce, increase collaboration with minority partners, and promote a culture that embraces new ideas and strengthens communities. It's more than a company commitment. Valuing diversity and inclusion helps us live out our purpose of building exceptional people, trusting relationships, great projects, and strong communities. It's about opening doors to new talent and perspectives that will make us even better, more innovative, safe, and successful.
It has been a Bartram Trail kind of a night. Those numbers tell the whole story. 13-0 Bartram Trail. Ashton Edwards takes to the hill for First Coast as both managers are kind of emptying their bench. Here's that nice ground ball that popped up to the shortstop of Bartram Trail. A little pirouette and a strong throw. That was another one of these talented players on Bartram Trail's baseball team. Lodice making that play. And Trent, I think we're going to see a steady stream of pinch hitters here, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, can our streak continue of pitch hitters too? We've seen a lot of guys come off the bench and get base hits.
It has been a pinch hitter kind of a day. It looks like, if I saw that number correctly, Caleb Allender, I believe, will be on the mound. And there's our pitcher again. Edwards takes to the mound and going to get a little work in. Good look at Ashton Edwards. And why wouldn't you right now? It's going to be a long season. Going to need a lot of arms.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get your work in anyway. If you're not doing it here, you're doing it in the bullpen. And, no better work than seeing live hitting.
There's a look at the sophomore. Caleb Allender getting his first action tonight. Yeah, I don't want to put you to work. I know it's game 3, but man, we've had a lot of pinch hitter hits tonight, today and earlier.
I think we're 6 for 6 with a walk.
We might be.
I think it is. I tried to keep track of it.
A hard hit ball, just foul.
Come off the bench swinging it.
Man.
Listen, man, take your hacks, because, next man up, I want somebody's job. I want to earn it. And, or, unfortunately, if somebody gets hurt, these guys got to be ready to go.
Breaking ball misses down low.
Good pitch. Good pitch, good take, right?
Absolutely.
The baseball term, spit on it. You spit on that pitch. Not literally.
So, as a pitcher, did you just incriminate yourself? You're a spitball thrower. You threw spitballs, didn't you?
No,
Torsia, you know Santa's listening and watching, right?
I know.
Grief. You just admitted to the world you were a cheater.
I had too much onside run and sink. I didn't need to spit.
Another strike. What was the sign for that? What sign did the catcher give for your spitball?
Just the fist.
Yes.
Closed fist.
2-2 count. 13-0 Bartram Trail. They will go to 2-0 in this tournament. Preseason tournament. High school baseball starts next week.
I'm going to go to story time real quick. I read Ron Luciano, The Umpire Strikes Back. Old-timey, long-time umpire. Gaylord Perry, who our generation certainly knows him, known for loading up on a baseball. Yeah. So in the book, I'll wait till this pitch.
Misses up and away, and that'll be a ball, a base on balls for the batter.
In his book, he has to go out and talk to Gaylord, and he goes out to the mound, and Perry says to him, "Check anywhere but around my neck." So he knew I was coming out there, and he said he did it. He honored it.
I never was a pitcher, but staying along those lines of doctoring the baseball as Nadeau comes to the plate, I don't think it's as easy as just, hey, here's Vaseline, and you got to learn how to throw that too, though, right, Trent?
Yeah, I mean,
you got to learn how to control and how to handle loading the ball.
Well, and I talk to young pitchers all the time. You've got to understand your run. So you got to understand your run. If you have a fastball that runs, you got to understand the way your breaking ball breaks. And if you're, loading up and throwing a spitball, it's going to have action to it. And you've got to be able to read that action. The problem there is it's inconsistent. And now they're using pine tar and crazy stuff.
Getting back, we were talking a moment ago about the quality of college baseball in the SEC, and some of the early polls were coming out as that ball's chopped foul down the first base line. You've got one poll I saw, defending national champion Mississippi State, number 2 behind Texas, like Vanderbilt 3, Ole Miss 4. You had Arkansas. And then you had LSU in Florida, like, on the second page, but they were 8th and 9th.
They're all top 10.
They're 9th and 10th, and they were on the second page. 8 and 9 doesn't get you very far in the SEC.
No. No, I mean,
they were, oh, well.
And you know what?
Runner advances down to second base on an 0-2 count.
The SEC notoriously lines up the super regionals against each other, too. They would love nothing better than an Ole Miss, Mississippi State super regional, or an Arkansas LSU.
Hate when they do that.
Super regional, or a Florida.
Well, you hate.
I remember the year Mississippi State had to go to Florida when they had Zanino.
I mean, there have been years where you could send 6 of the 8 to an SEC school. You really could.
Yeah.
But of course they want to protect against that, and only. And interesting call there. Interesting call there.
I said it earlier. I'd still be pitching if I had a strike zone like that.
Take a look at this one, Trent. Oh, my. Hey, 13-0. Saturday night, 13-0. Everybody understands that except the batter that gets rung up, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody in the ballpark, okay, I get it. And the batter's going, I don't get it. I don't like it. Like a one bit.
Well, and then coach is saying, don't let the umpire control it. You got to fight that pitch off.
Delon Malaire, a perfect night, 2 for 2, steps to the plate. No, I don't like it one bit.
Make a play.
Chopper out to third. Strong throw across for the out. Trying to double back. Nice pick by the shortstop covering third there.
Attaboy. Hey, you got 2.
Nice play here by the infield. And that's trying to catch that number there, Trent. I wanted to give credit to that nice play by the third baseman. I couldn't catch the number.
7, maybe?
Howard was over there most of the night.
Take a spot.
Edwards trying to. Here we go. There's it
was David Allen.
David Allen.
Let's give credit where credit's due.
Made a nice play. And don't look now, but Edwards is trying to put a 0 on the board, isn't he? Right?
Yeah.
How about that?
Slow down. There you go. Good strike 1 here.
Nice crowd all day, and it should have been, man. The weather was wonderful today.
It's beautiful tonight.
Yep.
Notice the wind stopped, right? The flags aren't blowing any longer.
Hope we can get one more shot of the family, the barbecue party family over there. The 2 families. I'm assuming these 2 get along pretty well. These 2 houses.
Well, I mean, they kind of have to, right?
Looks
They're
like
neighbors.
I saw one kid chase the home run ball, and he didn't jump a fence. I don't think there's a fence between them. I think they've knocked down the fence. They're happy neighbors. That's nice in this crazy time we live in. We got happy neighbors. Foul ball over the first base dugout.
You know what's neat is kids outside at night watching a ball game running after a baseball.
I like it. Here we go. Look at them. They're still going strong. Still going. Oh, man.
Hey, guys.
Looks good. That guy in the white's got a soda pop in his hand there, of course, watching high school baseball. And, man, that's a happy group. There's the ball game on. How good is that?
The ambiance of the fire.
Now, why in the world didn't we broadcast from out there? We could see the game from there.
You can.
Is Frank Frangie still here?
If you guys can hear me out there, DM me on Twitter. Give me that address. I think I saw him.
Why couldn't we be? Didn't Harry Carey do that? He got into the crowd and broadcast.
He did it a lot, yeah. Center field.
Let me hear ya. Man, that'd be fun. That'd be some good TV, wouldn't it? Another walk.
If my headset would reach that far, I'd go do it.
It's a great idea.
Next up for the Bears, the short
If I'm invited back next year,
Lodi.
We'll set it up in advance.
Lodi's stepping to the plate. I'm telling you, Edwards is going to get out of here with a 0, right? First goose egg on the board if he can get out of here. This
Ground
half
ball,
inning.
fly ball.
He's going to try. Oh, that was a good hack.
Healthy hack. Yes, it was. You
Alex
expect
Lodi's.
anything less from the 4-hole hitter?
So, Coach Ryan Fitzpatrick, boy, he's sitting on a talented baseball team, isn't he?
They are. They're loaded for bear. Pun intended.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Very nice.
That's in game 3, too.
That
Terry.
is. That's really strong in game 3. Edwards gets his sign. And here comes the 0-2. How about that? Took something off and got a strikeout. And look at the First Coast fans. Good for them. They're proud that their pitcher,
he's got to be stoked,
threw up a 0. He had to work for it. Now, it didn't come easy, but he got out of there with that strikeout. And First
he had
Coast,
2 strikeouts that inning.
Yeah, he got that strikeout to end the inning, and he's happy. Look at him. Good for him. That young man,
why not,
deserves a little credit there. We'll come back. Bartram Trail leading 13-0.
Reach for a bundle of your McDonald's favorites every day, like a sizzling sausage McMuffin and hash browns in the morning for $2, or a hot and spicy McChicken and small fries for $3 when you get hungry later. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hello! How was your day? Amazing! How was yours? Amazing!
Make your day with a double dose of 2.5 Men and Mom.
Not funny, maybe not funny, ha-ha, but certainly funny.
2 hours of laughs every weeknight.
Good Lord, man, you're a genius.
I'm so happy for us!
Don't tell anybody. I have to tell everybody.
Back-to-back episodes of 2.5 Men and Mom. Weeknights starting at 5 on CW17.
Forgiven.
Get 20% off any purchase of $1 or more, exclusively on the McDonald's app.
We are winding it down. It's been all Bartram Trail, kind of as expected. No disrespect to First Coast, as we welcome you back to the ballpark here at San Souci, and thank these wonderful sponsors that have helped make this event happen once again. For Tegra, let's reach new heights together. CSI Companies, your workforce solutions reimagined. Bono's Barbecue, Real Pit Barbecue since 1949. Airstream Ventures, business, entertainment, sports, and Duval Motor Company, proudly serving Northeast Florida since 1916, the year Trenton Torsia was born.
Hey,
1916. And it looks like, is it Justin Nadeau? New pitcher here. Looks like a... Did we catch that number? Boy, these numbers are hard to read. Nadeau on the hill. There's a good look. And First Coast needs to score some runs to keep this thing going, right, Trent?
Yes, they do. And they got a JU commit on the mound to try to do it off of.
Oh, boy.
He's a senior, so he would have signed his letter.
No, that's Noah Wood. Noah Wood on the hill. Noah Wood, the lefty. Going to Florida State College at Jacksonville. Yeah, we read that number again. These numbers can be tough to read
on the old eyes.
I mean, the hollow number there. Oof. Working with a 13-run lead. And there's a good look at Robert Chapman. He's been out in left field. And particularly the bottom part of the order, you haven't gotten many at-bats at all.
No.
If you were first coast. These guys are just coming around second time. And Robert digging in. First coast, one hit on the night, and yet another strikeout as Chapman goes down swinging at a high pitch.
We're one hitter over the minimum. One batter.
How about that? I tell you, a night like this, your bat speed slows down, particularly if you're on the short end of the 13-0, right? Your bat speed slows down. And I believe we've got
you're seeing a lot of poise and a lot of savvy on the mound for Bartram Trail. Ooh, I think it was a cross-up right there.
Mike Cook up to the plate as some young players are getting a little bit of exposure as we go into the regular season next week. And yet another strikeout on a tough pitch to handle, but 0-2, you got to go up there hacking, at least he did.
Can't get cheated.
Griffin Morgan up next, trying to keep it alive for first coast as we see the strikeout. So Sanford had, 7 in 3 innings, and they're well over double-digit strikeouts now.
It's 11 on the night.
11 punch-outs, and we're in the 5th. Impressive. Impressive.
Well, we talked about getting work in. You got a 13-run lead, 2 outs, and you throw a 0-0 breaking ball and a 1-0 breaking ball, but I guess you got to get your work in. And you come back, miss with a fastball. Do you go back to the breaker ball again? Left on left?
You know, why not? And he goes fastball. And paints the corner.
He might see the hook here. There it is.
Slow roller to the first baseman, fielded, and stepping on the bag will retire the side, and I do believe that'll retire the ball game, as the run rule will be in play here. The umpires leaving the field, and that is the final here. Game 3 is all Bartram Trail. They wrap up a 2-0 week with a solid 13-0 win, shutout win over First Coast. As we've got to pick a player of the game, and it's a little bit difficult, but of course it's a Bartram Trail player. There's a good look at that team. Boy, they're going to be tough to handle. As of course, if you really break it down, the starting pitcher Sanford. What a night for Skylar Sanford. 7 punch-outs, 4 innings. Only 9 batters faced, Trent. You can't do a whole lot better than that.
No, and he faced the minimum because they threw out a runner trying to steal.
So that was the player of the game, the Duval Motor Company player of the game. Let's take a break, come back, and wrap it all up. Game 3 is in the books. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll wrap it up on the other side on CW17.
We build ideas for clients. They typically have an idea or a concept of what kind of project they're going to build. And I think as long as we're involved at the very beginning and we bring realistic budgets and realistic processes that they enjoy, that we can actually build it versus just talking about it. And, we do it as a team.
There's 100% transparency. There's a common goal that we're all working towards.
Alive Credit Union is proud to be the official credit union of High School 912. Start earning more and saving more for a financially fit lifestyle that's all your own. Like with their new low-rate first-time auto buyer loan, which means lower payments, free checking, which puts more money in your pocket, and many other financial solutions that help you bank healthier so you can use the extra savings for what makes you happier. Join today at alivecu.coop. Alive Credit Union. Bank healthier, live happier.
That tells the story right there as we welcome you back. Terry Norvell, Trenton Torsia, as we've wrapped up the High School 9-12 Preseason Baseball Classic benefiting walk-off charities for 2022. Bartram Trail getting some words from their coach as the Bears rolled to a shutout win, 13-0. We're going to catch up with Coach Fitzpatrick momentarily, we hope, the Bartram Trail coach. But Trent, impressive performance. We expected this, and Bartram Trail, the Bears, they lived up to it.
Well, right out of the start, I mean, Sanford, the starting pitcher for Bartram, sets the tone. Just goes out there with electric stuff, pounds the strike zone, made one bad pitch, and he just, that curveball that kind of slipped out of his hand and hit a batter. Other than that, he was perfect.
He was really perfect, and Bartram Trail now will go on to open up their season as everybody in the state of Florida in high school baseball opens up next week. That's the official time, and, you know, for a long time you couldn't play preseason games. But these preseason games are played all around, and Bartram, they did a little bit of everything. They hit the long ball, bunch of home runs. They pitched it well. They fielded it, and I love their discipline early in the game. They weren't just hacking. It would have been easy to just go hack up there. They let the game come to them, and then they hit the long ball.
Yep. Yeah, and that power came from really the lower part, second half of the lineup.
So there you have it. Some highlights from a very one-sided game. Bartram Trail wins the final game on CW 17, 13-0. Hope you enjoyed it. For Trenton Torsia and the crew, I'm Terry Norvell. Have a great night.